We have one beautiful life to live, and so do our children. It's amazing to consider how much God gave us in this world that we can learn and experience. Time is ours, and we choose how it's spent as the minutes and the hours make up our lives. One of the greatest thieves of time and potential is overuse of media. In fact, I believe the overuse of media is a widespread destructive plague in our day, causing behavioral problems and mental health issues. It is also leading children and families away from healthy relationships and a fullness of life. It seems easy to frequently use screens to occupy children. It works, but it is more difficult in the end. I know that, and that is why I am sharing this video. I hope it will leave you feeling empowered to choose a different path with your child, a path that will lead you to greater joy and ease. Before I started homeschooling, I was walking down the hall of my son's school and reading essays that were hung up. They were about what the children had enjoyed most about their summer break. Essay after essay was about the video games the children had played and what level they had gotten to. I wondered, where are the books they read? Where is the play? Where are the forts and the rock collections? I would guess that most parents have overused screen time at one time or another, and it's always good to step back and evaluate. The truth is, I had times where I was definitely letting my children overuse media, but I learned something profound when I made a change. Let me read you this journal entry. I have found at times when I haven't been as good at controlling my children's time with technology that they don't know what to do with themselves when I turn it off. I remember one day with new resolution, I went and turned off the TV and the computer games and told my kids that we were going to be changing our habits and the TV and computer were usually going to remain off. My kids flopped around on the couches and the floor as if their lives were over. One of them was literally crying, one of them was moaning, and the other was glaring at me. I prodded them and tried to get them to do other activities, and they didn't want to do anything. However, within a few days, they were using their imaginations again to create. They were reading more. We were spending more time together as a family. Instead of seeing my children sitting in front of the TV, I saw these things. The books taken off of our bookshelves and instead made into multi-levels of a doll's house. A hallway filled with 3 different little makeshift stores with 3 little children trading and pretending to sell arts and crafts they had just made for the store. A little girl outside examining the leaves on the tree branches. A teenage girl painting a beautiful scene she saw in an old book. Turning off technology and filling it with better things is one of the greatest gifts I gave to my children. So I have seen that overuse of media entertainment is a creativity killer and a maker of children who need to be instantly entertained and who tend to resist doing hard things or reading anything gentle or challenging. I want to give you some ideas for changing screen time habits with your own children. First, it is a process and it will take time. It's going to be hard at first and it will take commitment and follow through from you. Second, I suggest sitting down with your family in love and talking with them. You can express to your children how much you love them and the kind of life you want for them and the consequences and damage that can come from too much entertainment from media. They might not take it well at first, but they will remember your words and your love and your sincerity. Third, sometimes you have to detox children from screen time completely for a while to see the best results. If you do allow some screen time or when you bring some back, I suggest making the limits very clear to your children, like we only watch this number of movies a week, or we only play the phone for this many minutes each day after your work is done. That way they're not constantly asking you and wanting to get on media. If they know the limits and you stick to them, they're going to be more likely to go off happily with more creative activities. And fourth, don't let children have too much downtime without nature or the means to create. And remember that play, which is so healthy for children, is even more enjoyable after doing hard work, such as practicing piano and helping with chores. Having your children work and use their minds and their bodies will really help your endeavors to not overuse screen time. Fifth, for children who are used to screen time, they may need to be taught actually and shown to know how to be creative. Sixth, this one is hard, but parents should model healthy media consumption for their kids. Perhaps you can start with setting screen time limits on your phone, making an effort to turn your phone to silent when your children ask you to be involved in their play, or maybe setting a rule for yourself to turn off your phone at a certain time of the day. I highly suggest talking to your children about your own desires to control media in your life, saying things like, I've just made a goal to start reading a biography every night instead of watching a show. Then follow up with your children and tell them what you learned. Be open about when you have gotten out of balance with media and what you're doing to fix it and to get back in line. This truly can have a profound impact on your children. Also, please note that for some families, especially when media habits have been quite out of control, it can be helpful to remove the temptation altogether. It's hard to limit oneself to one movie or to get out of the habit of turning on the TV, but when the TV subscription is canceled or the TV is gone or the social media account has been temporarily disabled, the decision is already made. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it seems easy to frequently use screens to occupy children, but it is more difficult in the end. It will take more of your time and effort to provide your children with more healthy options to best use their time, but the rewards are so worth it. What do you want your children to think about their summer and what mattered most to them? What do you want to matter most in their lives? Video games? Movies? Or is it nature and family and God and learning and creativity? If you are intentional in how you use media in your home and replace it with good books and the beautiful things of childhood, I promise you that it will fundamentally change your children. They will be different. They will be strong. They will be creative. They will have a better behavior and be easier to raise in the long run. They will be more interested in life and in learning.